pleasant morning.
Hello, good
Wow.
morning.
Good
Oh,
morning,
yeah,
good morning.
to you all.
And we're on live. So,
Yes.
we're able
Finally.
to
Magbabago-bago yung
interact
background,
with you.
ano? And we're also interacting with nature.
Jungle pa rin
Nice,
ang ating
nice.
setting ngayon. Kaya, very green sa Lotus Valley.
It just rained very nicely kagabi.
Ay,
Yeah.
oo,
For a long
refreshing
time, so
rain.
Very
Yes,
auspicious sign. Advanced Happy New Year.
Gong hei fat choy.
Oh,
Ah,
Chinese New
Chinese New
Year.
Year. Yes, yes.
Di ba? Kaya it's a time of, reflection. It's a time of, celebration for everything. Again, kagaya ng sabi natin, bagong taon, bagong pagkakataon.
Exactly.
Second time around naman.
Yes,
Take
oo.
two tayo.
Yeah, it's always when one year ends, another begins.
Yes.
No? A new
oo.
beginning.
So we're very happy that we're going to be able to read your comments today. Kasi for the past 3 weeks, naka-film tayo. And natanggap namin, nabasa namin yung mga greetings ninyo. Thank you very much for continuing to greet us. And we hope to always, maraming nagpapasalamat. And ito nga pagkakataon for us to be sharing love and wisdom. Okay.
yes, to share mga treasures that we have received too. It's not something like we tend to think it's something that we had, but the best is to actually pass on such wisdom.
Oo.
Wisdom has been there for so long, It's timeless kasi yan eh.
Oo.
Yes.
At saka
You know.
ever fresh ang wisdom.
Right.
Kahit pag-usapan natin minsan nauulit yung ating mga discussions, still, ang sarap pakinggan dahil
Timeless.
very enlightening and enlivening.
And it's also very relevant for today. Yun nga, kaya nga it's not affected by time.
Oo.
And it still affects people's lives no matter we are in the modern time or in the ancient time.
Yes.
These are lessons learned. And if it's applied, it's the guidance that we require to live in this world. No? Kasi marami tayong concerns, even if we have adopted a more, in the last 150 years, a more modern way of existence, di ba? Yeah, we kind of do without with many of the comforts that we think the previous generations had. No? But we could see and we could compare, but still the wisdom, knowledge is still very much should be a part of our life,
Yes.
Kasi pag wala ng reinforcement na yon sa buhay natin at wala ng values na yon, what will guide us in this world?
At saka minsan may sinasabing analogy na yung wisdom na yun ay parang food natin. May food for thought, di ba? So yung food for thought na yan ay nakakabusog ng puso natin, di ba? Ng buhay natin.
Na-enrich yung buong buhay natin.
Di ba, this past 2 years because of the COVID,
Kailangan.
marami tayong worries masyado.
Oo.
Di ba? And, the worrying nature that we tend to have, di ba? Many times, when we worry too much, it brings about more worrying.
Ayun na nga. Anyway, now we're going to share with you a whole list of things that will help guide us
May
this
listahan
year.
tayo.
Yeah, what is, you're worried? Ano opposite ng worrying?
No cares.
Peace of mind. Pag hindi
Yeah,
ka
or
nag-worry.
one has to be,
Yes.
kasi sometimes we forget that
Carefree.
we tend to think that, kasi you know what the cause is mainly?
Oo.
A lot of it is the worry that we are losing control.
Oo nga.
Destructive yung habit na
Yes.
yan.
Mukhang sa pandemic, mukhang obvious yon. Kasi binawalan tayo ito. Bawal to, bawal to, bawal to.
Magagalit, di ba? Marami nagagalit
lahat
kasi
takot na, baka mangyari
hindi
to,
kami
mangyari
makalabas
yan.
dahil hindi kami nabakunahan. Or hindi kami ganito, hindi kami pwede ilagay sa sasakyan. Yung ganyan, hindi kami makasakay sa public transport. So,
Buti na lang kahit maraming bawal na ganyan, we can still meet each other online, no?
right. And
Yeah,
then,
let's greet them. Uy ha, naimbag nga Aldaw. Seth Yapes, good morning, good day.
Ay, si Mary Salazar din. Oy, it rained here also in Baguio and our plants are
Ay,
so
salamat.
happy.
Oo,
Oy,
very nice
share
to hear
pala
that.
tayo ng ulan.
alam nyo, pag may ulan
That's a lot
talagang
of blessings.
biyaya yan eh.
Oo.
Ah, Si Gilbert Pasqua.
Mm-mm.
Good morning din. Ananda Tevez Ngo from Zambales.
Oo,
And
layo.
Milay Royo is greeting good morning.
In my Negro tribe, just from here, our kababayan, no?
Yes, from La Union. Kalindi Relova. Angel Gonzalo,
Mm-mm.
love watching to new learnings from your insights. Yes, thank you, Angel.
And Avelino,
Abilina Pasco.
Avelina,
Good morning, good morning. And Thomas, good morning.
From
Dixie
Angeles
Palmos,
City.
good morning.
Yes.
and
Okay.
Dixie.
Matagal na tayo hindi nakabati, so na-miss din namin kayo. Alam ninyo.
Mm.
Yes. It's kaya excited kami today dahil magla-live kami para meron din kaming exchange. It's very nice to exchange insights with people. No? It's not a one-sided discussion dito. Actually, kayo din nag-share
Yes,
sa
always
amin.
Di ba may
join
kasabihan?
the conversation.
No worries. There's going to be another bright day. The sun, but yet last night, the rains, the heavens open up and gave us at least an hour of rain. So I think many people or many provinces experienced that last
Nice.
night.
Oo.
It was
Yes.
quite a welcome blessing.
Yes.
You know, it
Kala ko
brings about a
kahapon,
new
summer na eh.
Tapos ngayon sumisikat yung araw, so you could feel the vibes of the
Nice new days.
plants and the trees. They love it coming
Fresh.
their way, you know.
Oo. And basically, today, ang isi-share natin ay parang ulan din. Actually, 20 yung items dun sa listahan na. This is almost like a survey. Actually, it was circulating in Facebook, but we just made a few modifications. May changes kaming dinagdag. Sinabi doon, balance sheet. No? Pero ito gusto kong ilagay
As
na.
in how to be balanced.
Balance.
Alam nyo, may ano yan eh.
Kasi may worst and the greatest, the most and the worst. So para siyang may balance siyang hinahanap dyan. Di ba?
Actually, in life, there's those moments are always very important. You know, every day of your life, our lives, we should always
Try
You
to
know,
maintain balance.
maintain
So,
balance in decisions we make, no?
No matter what's
No matter
going
what the
on.
condition is, no matter what we're going through, the idea is how do you maintain balance? How do you make it so you know how in the world
Daming
you know how
pabago-bago.
you when you wake up in the morning, di ba, ang sukat nyo eh, oh, what kind of energy I have? Did I rest enough? Was I like this? Did my dreams disturb me all night? Yung mga ganun baga.
Ano kaya mangyayari today?
Yeah, there's so much of those that goes on in a person's
Pag
life.
nag-on na yung brain mo, ang dami na ang isip.
Or lalim ng isip mo kung saan ka dinadala pagkagising mo ng umaga. Pagod ka na. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Kaya maganda, start the day with prayer, di ba?
right. Thankfulness and prayer. You
That's
take
the way you
measure.
get it
Meditation,
started.
that's
Oo.
nice.
Alam mo, may isang technique, many times. But, you have to make sure that when you do this practice, you know how, when you talk about life-giving air,
Yun.
the life air,
Yeah.
di ba?
Hinga ng malalim.
Hinga ng malalim. Tapos, then, just so that everything calms down. First thing you do. Kasi, hindi naman, alam nyo
First
kasi,
thing in the morning.
yeah,
But
kasi,
also first thing, pag may problemang dadating sa'yo.
oo,
Hinga
kasi,
muna.
Hinga muna. Hinga lang ng malalim. Kasi alam nyo, hindi ba, sa gabi, kasi pag tayo natulog, ang paghinga natin, it's in a low volume level kasi nakahiga kayo. Nagpapahinga kasi yung organs
Yes.
natin.
Rest
Ngayon, kaya huwag kayo tatayo bigla, especially those who are may comorbidity or those who are senior in age. The worst
Mabagal lang yung
the worst thing that you can
circulation.
do is to suddenly stand up. So before, you make it a habit na pagkagising ninyo, okay, simple treasure. You start to breathe, focus on your breath with the tip of your nose, through the tip of your nose. Huminga ka lang. Then, calmly, right? That's so calming eh. Alam nyo kasi,
Don't force it.
alam kasi,
Ano lang, relax lang.
sa medical field, sinasabi nila, kadalasan, pag tao ay gumising ng umaga, di ba nagsiswitch on lahat?
Oo.
Minsan, nag-react siya ng masyado siyang tumayo kaagad.
Oo.
Yung pala yung switch eh, hindi pa.
Oo. So biglang
Medyo nag-warm up pa siya.
Nag-warm up pala.
nahihilo yung iba.
Yeah, they get lightheaded or hinihimatay or actually, the morning, especially for those with comorbidity and who are senior in years, or who don't regularly exercise or don't have really habits that will sustain a healthy well-being, then nag-trigger yung heart attacks and strokes is in the
Yes.
morning, especially if you didn't have a good night's sleep.
Oo.
Actually-
Ako, I stretch muna bago ako. I stretch my fingers, my feet, my
Yeah.
whatever I can stretch while I'm lying down.
Tsaka meron tinuro dun sa PT na pagbabangon sa tagilid,
Yeah.
nakatagilid ka, hindi yung
Bigla na.
So there's many things.
May techniques eh.
You know,
May
but
techniques
sa
eh.
breathing kasi, my main point is take the time to breathe. Kasi life air yan eh. Life-giving air. Tsaka yan ang unang, kumbaga it's the sense of existence begin to come in your life. Then, you start your day this way, then you see it's very calming.
Oo.
Yun ang effect nun. So,
Pero you have to remind yourself nga, no? Kasi automatic yung breathing, kaya hindi
Right.
natin naiisip
Autonomic
yun,
eh.
ano?
but yet, nagsiswitch on yun kasi
Oo.
yung breathing mo nga sa gabi, yung capacity niya, mababa.
Oo.
Kaya
So you
ibang-
have to trigger it
Kaya
higher.
ibang tao, minsan pag nagigising, parang parang
Oo,
lasing
oo.
sila maglakad na
Right.
ganon. So, kailangan
Hindi pa
maayos
na-warm
yung
up.
Right.
kailangan naka-andar na yung mga ating
Yung
Parang
faculties
sa
mo.
kotse, no? Warm up, warm up.
Right.
Warm up na.
Yeah, you give yourself a good, and the best warm up is actually a prayer of thankfulness.
Oo.
So
Ay, salamat.
you start
Nahinga
with,
pa ako.
yeah, you start with your breathing and then begin to be introspective. And this is your solitude first thing in the morning. Who do you want to be thinking about? What do you want to be in your very consciousness?
Consciousness during the day.
Yes.
So, and then, is it something worrisome, or is it like, no, if you have such strong conviction in life, you will find that many of such obstacles become, it's a challenging thing, but yet, alam mo kakayanin mo eh. Hindi ka naman kasi nag-iisa palagi, yun ang pakiramdam mo.
Yes, yes. So, starting the day the right way. Okay.
No
That's right.
worries, ha?
No worries.
Kasi
And what is the
nakakasira ng
greatest joy?
diskarte sa araw.
Oh, what is the greatest joy, di ba? So isasama-sama mo yun eh. Oh, it's in remembrance of our Creator. Di ba? It's the
Yes.
remembrance that you feel that love is there with you, is there in your heart, So that's the greatest joy of people eh. Saan ka pa kukuha?
Oo.
Mhm.
Tsaka rin, yung we're serving God, but we're also serving those other people.
Others,
no?
kasi
Especially
it's-
those we love. Oo.
It comes in nature, it comes second nature yun eh.
So, masasabi natin, the worst way to wake up is with the habit of worrying kaagad.
Yeah.
Oo.
And the opposite naman, the best way to wake up is to be appreciative of your greatest blessing. You know?
Yeah. Have joy in your
And
heart.
joy in your heart, di ba?
The joy is there eh.
Oo.
You know.
Your connection with the Supreme and your service to others. So this is actually a nice way of thinking from the very beginning of the day.
Yeah,
Oo,
then
like, what can I
definitely.
do today to
Oo.
help somebody also?
Then you
Like,
greet your loved ones, di ba? Mga
Yes.
kasama mo. Then, kumbaga you start your day with being respectful.
So yan yung
Tama.
natin, yung showing respect sa umaga pa lang.
Umaga pa lang,
Yan,
you start with that. You don't,
kasi yung nag-good morning ka nga.
greeting.
Right.
Kahit sa eskwelahan, di ba, greet the teacher first.
Right.
Good
Di ba?
morning,
Good
sister.
morning. Oo. So, kahit sa bahay, kailangan meron ding
Yes.
habit of
Nurturing,
greeting the
ano
people
kasi
you
yan eh.
live with.
It
hindi
begins
ba?
at home eh.
Yes.
Where does it begin?
Actually, your best, your best manners should be for the people around you, the
Yes.
ones you live with.
The worst thing is yung nadededma, yung parang
Yeah.
sa umaga pa lang
Walang
everybody's
respeto.
nakasara
Yeah.
na, this is
Oo.
my world, nagwo-worry na ako, buwisit na ako sa buhay.
And then, this starts your
That's a
day.
great loss, di ba? When you don't show respect to everyone.
Yeah. Di ba, meron pa nga iba, mga alaga lang animals eh. Cats and dogs eh. Oh yeah, may mga ganon. Pero,
Binabati din nila.
Oo.
So,
Kasi
but you
they're
know,
also our
this
brothers and
is
sisters.
everything you do at home becomes a very reflection of what you will do throughout the day.
Yeah.
Yes.
It guides you.
Yes.
Oo.
And then it connects you eh. Kasi kumbaga it connects you to others immediately. Once you start to greet, once you see a family member or somebody else in the household,
Roommate mo.
yeah, or your friends or kung saan ka man, kung nasa
Kahit kapitbahay.
kunyari nasa nasa boarding house ka, kung saan ka man, di ba?
Yung mga kasambahay. Oo, di ba? So, yan ang ano natin, yung to always have respect. This is a great habit of showing respect to others. Yan.
And kami, dadating sa ganun, when you respect life, what is the symptom of a person who respect life? What is that what is that dynamic that is
May
involved in a
caring
person?
ka.
Makikita mo, may matulungin na tao, very helpful.
Oo.
Yan. Kasi
Hindi na kailangan
hingan ng tulong.
O, may nakita
magmamalasakit
siyang
yan.
Kailangan.
Oo, tutulong at
Nandun na
tutulong
siya.
yan.
Oo.
Kasi pag may respect ka sa iba, natural mong, siyempre, matulungin yung nature mo.
Oo.
Kasi ano pa ang relasyon mo hindi ba? Tama? Hindi ba? Ganun ang
Yes,
buhay
oo.
Then, nandiyan na rin yung siyempre,
Di kabit-kabit pala lahat yan.
hindi
Oo,
ka,
kabit-kabit.
hindi ka pwedeng mabuhay sa mundo na iniisip mo
Ikaw
lang ang
naman
sarili mo
nag-iisa
palagi.
Oo.
That's the worst thing. One of the hardest thing that we encounter in our lives is when we start to only we draw attention to ourselves,
Oo.
and then we start to be self-serving,
Oo.
and then that becomes a complete opposite.
Hindi yan, hindi magandang ano yan.
Yun na yung
ugali,
pinakapangit na
self-centered,
ugali, di
hindi
ba?
Kaya nga yun kaya tinatawag nila, what is the ugliest personality? Ano yung nakakabahala sa isang tao? Yung personalidad na mapagsarili.
Oo,
Di
yeah.
ba?
And the best communities are those where people really care about each other, tulungan.
And
Opposite.
every day
Opposite.
of your life, even at home, this is something that I really want to share with everybody, that we should all be embracing. You know how you can make a difference in people's lives? It begins with your family. If you be a person this way, now, pagkagising mo, siyempre, you have your solitude sa buong may kapal. And then, you pray and say, please let me be of service to you today. What can I be doing for you? And how do you want me to be helping others? Please make me as an instrument of your love.
Oo.
Diba?
Yes.
So, biglang kagad yan? Your dynamics changes in your life.
Yes.
So that means at home, sa bahay, di ba, there's something that you want to be doing. You want to make it so that you make the lives of others better every day.
Oh, yeah. Actually, it gives you such happiness to be thinking of others. Diba? It's something na, ano yan mabibigay ko today. Ayan, and then when they interact with you, parang yung mga listeners natin, no, nag-interact sila, nakakatuwa you know, you experience joy, you know, when you have this thing. Kaya, for now, I just really want to greet our listeners again. Si Roven Tolentino from Olongapo. Okay, we have here a name that I cannot read. It must be a foreign name. Vun Ong. Okay, so...
Ano nga pala? Kasi ibang letra yan.
Ibang letra. It is a foreign language. Okay? But hello, good morning to you and to Mike Rex and Lakbay Gulay. Okay? And
Our friend Saldi, good morning.
Oh, and
Yes.
Vina Pascual.
Our
Good
respects to you.
Good
We
morning.
hope you're feeling better. You know?
Yeah.
And then si Jen Shiva and Milay Roy is saying, smile. You don't own the problems in the world.
Yeah,
Oo,
Gemini
hindi
Rose
natin
Yeah.
is also great.
Aakuin.
O
Huwag
kaya
natin
yan ang ano
akuin.
natin. Kaya you don't worry too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kasi you don't have to think of everything.
And then
di
the
ba?
world will go on without us anyway.
Yes,
So let's
oo.
not feel that, we are the controller and owner of everything. No.
Kaya nga, hindi ba
This
sa
is a-
Bible, sabi ni Lord, why worry? Yung mga birds at saka mga halaman, hindi sila nag-worry. So ano pa kaya tayo?
Kaya nga
Alaga
yung-
sila lahat.
Kaya nga yung isang sikreto, sinasabi natin kanina, no? Di ba? You live your life in such a way that other people get better because of what you do for them too.
Oo.
So that very kumbaga, way of having to deal with everything in the world, with people especially and all the living beings, is you become an inspiration or encouraging person.
Oh, yan.
Di ba?
Okay, when you're
Booster yan.
concerned-
Yan ang tunay na booster.
Uy, May vaccination na masarap dyan, May booster shot na maganda. Yan ang tinatawag
But this is the
natin.
best booster when you're encouraging somebody, di ba?
Encouraging words. I
Oo.
like a booster. Kasi
Yeah.
Yes.
Kasi minsan, alam mo, minsan
Oo.
meron mga tao,
Minsan
Hayag ka.
alam mo, yung mga
Depressed siya,
encouraging
pero
words
if you
doesn't have
say
to
nice
be
things to
parang
them.
you say sweet things to one another. But yet there's a way of waking up somebody else who needs some type of different encouragement because they're so out of it. They can't figure out
Yeah.
what's going on in their own life.
Minsan ngitian mo lang
Oo
yung
nga
tao Boost na yun
Oh,
di ba?
pansinin mo, hindi ba?
Na-encourage
Kahit
na
naman sabihin
sila.
mong thank you
Right.
Tapos na rin yan
Yeah, kasi minsan hindi tayo na masyadong nag-thank you If we tell them how much we appreciate their contribution in our life, or even just a small thing they've done, you show your appreciation, nakaka-encourage yun sa
Actually,
Tulong.
makikita mo yung mga, ito simple reactions lang sa mga bata. Kung ano yung sinabi mo, makikita mo kaagad yung expression sa kanila You know, kung
Oo.
mag-smile sila, o na sisimangot sila, and everything. You know, certain things will actually affect them.
Oo.
So, yung mga words
And even us naman, di ba? One day, si Tita Socorro baked some cookies, no? And then she let this little girl have some. And right away, what did she say?
It's
Very
so
encouraging,
good.
di ba?
It's so good. Sabi niya, you can sell it, ma'am. You know, you'll become famous. Sabi niya ganun.
Kasi napakasarap ng cookies, no? Very encouraging yung mga
Oo,
ganyan.
sabi ko from somebody that, you know, tastes what you've made and then
Oo.
they say those things. It's so unexpected and
And so welcome.
So welcome, di ba? Very encouraged. Kaya nagbe-bake uli ako.
Oh, yes.
Kaya mamaya magbe-bake pa rin ako. And I will always make sure that she gets something. She is
Yeah,
my
kasi
best,
yung encouragement, that's so
taster.
important sa buhay ng isang tao. No?
Yes. Oo.
Then, definitely, kasi, alam nyo, isa sa alam mo yung, ito nga the past 2 years, hindi ba? What kind of held everybody back is takot.
Oh,
Yung
yan
fear.
naman
Kasi
ang ating greatest problem to
Yun na nga,
overcome.
fear.
It's not really COVID. You know, it
It's
was
the
not
fear.
COVID that's really creating the suffering, di ba? And
It's the fear itself.
It is
Kasi-
the fear.
And parang what to do. But yet,
Oo.
you know,
Fear and worry, they're partners
yes,
yata,
there-
no?
you have to, that's
They
why
come together.
capacitating oneself and experiencing such, you know, going through such experiences in this life, you know, we may never say it. Maybe another type of stress coming your way, you know?
Actually,
You know?
meron na phrase na paralyzed by fear.
Ayun,
Di ba?
oo.
Yung dahil sa fear, hindi ka na makaisip, hindi ka na makagalaw, you know. So in certain situations, parang sa training yan di ba, sa military, talagang sinusubsub ka sa mga difficulties. Tapos
Oo.
kailangan talagang magre-respond
Eh,
ka
sa
talaga.
I
ordinary,
think kailangan
minsan-
natin na may faith. Parang antidote sa fear.
Oo.
No?
Yes.
We need some faith that,
Yes.
the Lord is there, tutulungan tayo. Hindi
Yeah.
tayo pabayaan.
So don't let it keep you, yung parang withdrawn, yung fears natin, no? Fear is also good to a certain extent. Para
Yes.
kunyari, hindi tayo masunugan or something to do something wrong to hurt us. We have to have a certain fear na masasaktan tayo. So nag-iingat tayo. Pero when it stops you from,
Paralyzed ka nga.
paralyzed ka.
Lahat na lang. Kasi natakot ako, baka maganito, baka ganyan, baka ganyan. Wala na tayong hindi na tayo makakaarya. Kung puro
Anong
ganyan,
klaseng
no?
foresight yun, Yung foresight na lahat, baka ganun-ganun, wala na
Doom
tuloy
and gloom
ginawa.
lahat nakita.
Parang ginawa sa kakaalala na lang.
Oo.
Parang inisip na lahat ng problema.
Yun nga, na-stuck na
Hindi
masyado.
naisip yung potential or yung
Right.
opportunities.
Yes. So,
Di ba?
Kaya we need balance. No?
That's why we started with, we need to live a balanced life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
We can't
meaning
look at all the black side.
Yeah,
Meron
kasi
din naman light side.
we have responsibilities on making sure we're physically fit. Yeah, because the physical and the mental come together. Right? Yeah. And then you will all find that there are many things that we take for granted. You know, the blessings that we get. But we
Yes.
always think that may parang pagkukulang somewhere. Yeah. But yet, this is the one that makes it so, when people start to worry, and you worry too much, this is the worry that doesn't make you sleep.
At saka,
Ayun.
ayan. Naku,
Ayan, hindi ka nga
magkakasakit.
makakatulog.
hindi ka
Kailangan may peace of mind. Ano?
Yeah, kaya,
Actually,
how do you get that?
Well,
Where
no,
does it come?
before I moved to the forest.
Oo.
Kasi noon, doon kami nakatili talaga. Hanggang ngayon pala, no? No, the first place I went to was a jungle, okay? Walang bahay. Meron lang kaming little ganyan na parang kubo. Walang
Walang-
door, walang
Wall.
window.
Walang flooring. Yung flooring niya, yung
Walang
pinakakama.
flooring, no? So, it's like, first time ko nalagay sa ganun lugar, hindi ako makatulog. Oh my God. Sabi ko, there's no door to lock, walang window to close. Tapos full moon. And then lahat na lang nang naririnig ko, natatakot ako, no?
May
Hindi ako
kaluskos, may
makatulog.
may mga ganon.
Oh, teka muna. I stayed there. Ilang araw na ako din natutulog. Naisip ko, teka muna, no? Hindi pwede tong fearful ako masyado. Nagdasal ako kasi sabi ko, naku, Lord, ikaw na bahala sa akin kasi
Yes.
I need to sleep, ano?
Oo.
Alam mo, that's how I ended up sleeping, getting rid of my fear.
Finally, nakapahinga.
Kaya kasi
Oo.
nagdasal na lang ako, naku, kayo nang bahala sa akin. I'll see if I can make it till the morning. Kaya pagising ko, I'm awake. Nakatulog ako. Thank you, Lord. Talaga.
And then, ano yan?
Nawala
Meron,
na yung fears ko.
Yes,
Tapos,
see?
sometimes we think jungle is because of the animals.
Kasi doon may animals
Hindi,
talaga.
marami talaga. Malalaki yung mga
May
animals doon.
wild boar pa doon.
Wild
no? At saka
boars, monkeys, tapos ang lalaki ng mga ahas.
Kung walang dingding ba naman yung tinitira mo, walang pintuan
Kaya-
parang wala lang papasok talaga
Kasi if
yan
you live
sila.
in the city, you have a feeling of security if you have something to lock, di ba?
Ah.
Before you sleep. Wala kang malak, no?
Pero kahit naman sa city, di ba,
Mm-hmm.
ang dami namang kailangan ilock yung bintana, kailangan ilock yung pintuan, kailangan ilock yung gate at meron pang akyat bahay.
Ayun na nga,
Hindi ba?
nako.
So, it's same amount of worrying can
Oo.
happen whether you're in the city or in the jungle. But yun nga, tama yung naging proseso, naging solution is to pray and to just, okay, I'm not in control. Lord,
Yes.
please protect me.
Oo, you have to
Diba?
have some faith, no?
Yeah. Okay,
Start
let's, syempre
from-
kasi, kahit nga sa jungle, nakita mo naman, wala naman all the wildlife and all the animals. There's one place in the planet that doesn't have a fence.
Yun nga, sa
It's a
jungle.
jungle.
Because
Lessons
you
learned
know,
yan.
one thing I learned also,
Walang
these
bakod,
animals,
walang ilala.
yeah,
Wala-
the
no,
animals,
no, no.
they're not out to get you
Sometimes
naman.
by the looks of it, kasi sometimes people tend to think, these are the ones that gives us the security. Our fences, our
it's
locks.
not our fences,
But
really.
when you go to the jungle, look here, we live in we have a fence in front of the property entering here. But that was only recently. For almost so many years,
Oo.
10 years, wala kami bakod sa. May barbar na konti para lang masabi yung boundaries.
Oo.
Pero ngayon, naglagay na ako ng
Alam ko kung bakit. Kasi yung nagnanakaw ng halaman. Tao ang talagang binakuran. Pero kung yung mga animals lang,
Yeah.
hindi naman.
They're not
di
out
ba?
to get us,
They're
They're
not
more
out to-
afraid of us than we are
They're
of
not
them.
out to steal.
But that's an analogy there kasi, like, you go to the ocean. Where's the boundaries of the fish?
Doon sa
Wala.
beach.
Kahit sa beach, hindi ka pwede maglagay dyan sa foreshore ng mga boundaries
Oo.
Hindi
Right.
tatangayin ng
Di ba?
alon
There's always so many things to fear.
And they
Minsan
are more
kasi,
afraid of the people, di ba? Then the ghost, halimbawa. Minsan people come here, they're afraid. Dito kayo nakatira, hindi ba kayo takot sa mga
sa dilim.
Sa dilim?
When
Hindi.
people ask
Oo.
us,
Di ba kayo takot sa, ano ba yun? Kapre.
kapre, ang tanong sa amin,
Kanto.
yung mga duwende daw.
Or ghost. Sabi ko, mas matakot ako sa tao.
Alam mo, yung may mga tanong yung parang,
O, yun, tuko. Sumasagot din,
oh,
Naririnig nyo? Sumasagot siya sa atin.
sumasali siya na he's free to make toko even during the day, man. Okay, he's making his presence felt.
Tsaka hindi siya kinakain, hindi siya hinuhuli. Kahit
That's one thing about the jungle, the forest, nature. May balance siya eh. May natural
Exactly.
balance
may
May-
respect
dito.
kayo. May respeto kayo.
That's what,
It's what
once
we
you,
learn from being
Yeah.
here.
just be respectful and give them the right to live, and you will find the people that struggles are the ones, yung minsan kasamahan mo, worker mo, yung mga, sila yung nagkakaroon ng sariling, parang ang hirap naman dito. Ang layo sa ingay, kumbaga malayo sa ingay.
Sa ingay ng syudad.
Saka malayo sa liwanag ng gabi. Kasi dito, alam nyo, marami nagtatanong sa akin, paano sa gabi rito? Ang sagot ko
Di madilim.
di madilim. Sabi ko,
Madilim.
pag ako maglalagay ng
Pitch
ilaw,
black.
pag ako na maglalagay ng maraming ilaw kung saan-saan, you see, that's a feeling of insecurity on my part. Yeah, lighting would tell me that there must be, to protect us, di ba? From those who have bad intention. But yet, sabi ko, pag madilim, those who have bad intention will have a more difficult time entering where we are. Kasi madilim eh.
Oo.
Kasi
So, yun ang
madilim eh.
protection mo,
Tapos
yung
di naman
dilim.
nila alam
Oo.
yung lugar.
Hindi nila alam yung lugar eh. Diliman mo na lang.
Oo.
Ngayon, pag may liwanag, nakikita nila kung saan sila pupunta. So, ayusin nyo na lang in such a way that, you make your arrangements. It's not
Wala
like,
may flashlight.
it's not like we keep our doors unlocked. No, we lock. We lock our doors in the house.
We do what we
do what we
can.
can, but
And then we leave the rest to the Lord, no?
we don't want to cower in fear that every kaluskos will wake you up and you say, oh, what's that?
Oo.
O yun pala, naghahanap lang si Toko ng ganito, o may
Oo.
hinahabol ng ganito, or it's something, But
Oo. So Katrina here has something to share with us. Sabi niya, there's one way, no, to happiness. Sabi niya, stop worrying about things you cannot control. That's from Epictetus, no? A very ancient philosopher.
Oo. Oo.
That's true, ha? That's what I did. Hindi ko makokontrol lahat, so just relax.
o si Aurora is saying, yung fear niya, kahit daw sa mga,
It's true. Fear is always in your mind.
Right.
Even in small creatures. Example niya, termites. Ako, ang
Anay.
takot ko. Ipis.
Tapos yung ibang tao, spiders.
Oo.
Meron
Right.
silang sa spiders.
Yeah.
Mga sa iba, nagiging phobia. It becomes too overwhelming.
Yeah.
Na talagang ayaw nilang pumunta sa isang lugar dahil baka makakita sila ng ganito.
Oo, talunan ka ng palaka.
Meron din ganyan. Okay. So these are different fears. And if baka ano yung fear natin, baka may iba, fear nila, magugutom sila, fear nila, baka
Mapahiya sila.
mapahiya.
Oo.
Yes, iba-ibang
Mm.
fear, hindi ba?
Madaming fears talaga.
Oo.
So let's not, we've got to find a way to overcome
Yes.
our fears.
yeah,
no?
plus finding excuses is not the way.
Oo. Oh, that's another very crippling
Yeah.
thing, no? Just like
Oo.
fear.
Finding excuses that I'm not able to capacitate and adapt and to deliver what I need to deliver.
Oo.
Many
Wala
times
tayong
kasi-
ma-achieve kung puro excuses.
Yeah, when we find excuses that kesa may ganito, kesa may ganon, you will find.
And it's always, kasi siya, kasi yun.
Blaming
It's not
others,
ourselves,
diba?
no?
So nakakaano yun? Kasama yung sa excuse
Yun
di
nga.
ba?
Yeah, let's say
It's
here.
never your fault. It's
Tignan mo.
somebody else's fault.
Oo.
Oo.
Like,
Oo.
alam nyo, many years ago, yung background ngayon na nakikita ninyo. Nung araw yan, palayan lahat ito. Many years later, because we found that, because of, kumbaga we were very much aware of the climate changing already as early as 25 years ago. And sometimes we concern ourselves, so where do you want to be when this sort of situation takes place? Ang pinag-uusapan namin, kasi I'm involved in environment, so I would always be, I'm not so concerned about my situation. I'm more concerned about the younger or other people in the
The next
situation
generation,
they are
no?
in, simply because I've been through a lot in my life. Pagdating sa living with nature and dealing with nature, becoming capacitated by it. But it's the others, the younger generation, or even in my generation, who's not live in a place like this. So, alam nyo, what we have behind us is a whole work of nature. You just took part of it and
Yeah.
put it back in its natural condition.
Hindi kami nagtanim lahat niyan. Tinulungan kami ng nature.
nature.
Mga ibon, no?
Everybody got so involved here.
Yes.
Ito, I always tell our guests, I only did a little percentage. What I did is actually to protect the existing plants and trees and the animals so that they're not, kumbaga, hindi na napuputol, hindi na hinuhuli yung mga ibon. So,
Hindi nasisira yung kanilang habitat.
yung habitat.
So they're free to move
That
around.
was where
no?
the move was. Sabi ko nung time na yun, we need this. Siyempre, alam ko rin na, alam mo, pag may malakas na bagyo, nasisira yung habitat eh.
Oo.
Di ba? Nakakasira yan. So, titingnan mo na yung provisions na kailangan mong gawin. But yet, you will find, on the end of the day, out of awe and reverence, yung parang, wow, hindi ako gumawa niyan. Wow, hindi ko kaya yan. Wow, hindi ko kaya yon. Hindi ba? So, alam nyo, when I saw the rice fields then, first thing that entered my head was, it is not an excuse for me not to put the provisions needed to hasten the growth of the forest and to do some protection. Protecting, yeah. You protected the wildlife. Now the wildlife is thriving. And all the helping us in all the undergrowth of where we are right now. It's not like
Nature na yung nagtanim niyan.
nagtanim lahat.
Oo.
Ang dami-daming uring mga puno. Just as when you do work in this, it inspires you. You can see because you become part of the whole process, and you feel so inspired by it.
So when you actually do things in the service of others or Mother
Humanity.
Nature, you have to remove that fear of being,
Yes.
sometimes lalo na pag pioneer.
Oo.
When you are going to be
Ay, you cannot be
challenging.
fearful if you're a
Oo,
pioneer.
lalo yung bago,
Kailangan
yung
malakas
bago
loob
yung
mo.
proyekto, bago
Oo.
yung lugar, bago yung mga gagawin. You have to get rid of the fear and actually, have faith then. At the
Yes.
same time, not make excuses
Yun,
when
oo.
habang nangyayari yun, yung challenges dumadating.
Oo.
Kasi ang hirap-hirap ng lugar, kasi wala akong pera and everything.
Kailangan akuin natin yun and then,
Oo.
move on.
Yes, so
Yeah.
this is actually a formula for success ng mga
Yes.
tao in yung mga endeavor nila.
And also the inspiration.
Oo.
You should see. There's,
Oo.
see, if you're inspired from within, you experience, look, in life, I have been given so much.
Oo. Look at what you've been given.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yun na, sabi ng Nilakbay Gulay, sharing the wonderful quote from the Bible. I sought the Lord and He answered me. He delivered me from all my fears.
Yan, that's from Psalms.
You know,
No?
nandiyan na yung
beautiful-
solutions na yan and
Yeah.
wonderful, inspiring words. And we have to greet also si Jean, Daruma, and LV Espiritu, of course, Aurora Garcia, and Katrina Resurrection, Leon Olona,
Olana.
Olana.
Mm-mm.
and Mila, of course, says, thank you for sharing this. And it's you. Okay.
Hello, good
Right.
morning.
Ang ganda ng ating mga sharing from our listeners and this is very helpful. So actually, gusto ko lang before we end, I'd like to
We're ending already?
just
not yet.
remind people yung sa adya.ph YouTube channel. Meron marami tayong mga inspiring words of wisdom doon. We have more than 40 videos. It's a YouTube channel and you can watch Tito Toby and Tita Marisa and different people, si Doc Nash, speak very enlightening subject matter sa YouTube. Okay, adya.ph. Okay, and so I just want to, as a summary, read the list that we just went through para waking up in the morning. So number one, the most destructive habit is worry. And second, the greatest joy is serving God and others. And number three, the greatest loss is loss of respect for others. And next, the most satisfying work is helping others, including Mother Earth. And the ugliest, number five, the ugliest personality is selfishness. And number six, the greatest shot in the arm, the booster, is encouragement. And number seven, the greatest problem to overcome is fear. Number eight, the most effective sleeping pill is peace of mind. Hindi pala volume. Sabi
Ay,
ng
wag
iba,
yun.
volume daw. Hindi pala.
Walang side effects.
Peace of mind,
masama
yan.
yung atin. Oo.
Next, the most crippling failure disease is excuses. Okay, so ang dami-dami nating mga inputs na yan for this show. Actually, hindi kami tapos sa listahan. Mayroon pang 10 na
There's a
naghihintay.
last one.
The last
Na 10th,
one,
oo.
the most powerful force in life is love.
True, no? That's really a big motivating factor for everybody.
Kaya si Tito Toby, meron niyang love for Mother Earth. Kaya marami siyang nagagawa. And love for others and love for the creator, the supreme person. Kaya ito, that's where your motivation comes.
Yeah, we become inspired by
Oo.
what? Kasi
Yung
where does
motivation.
such gift and insights come? That's why if you look back to life, you will see, oh wow, I've gone through so much. Yet, what was a very inspiration and motivating factor that was predominant in your life and that could kept you continuing to do doing what you need to do. It's not, the world we live in, it's not a walk in the park. You need to be able to capacitate yourself and you have to be sheltered. And that there is a strong foundation in your heart that will inspire you to go and do and make the best of your life in this world. Kaya nga ano yan eh. Let's say when you help on protecting the forest, nature, you will find forest provides everything you need. And the most vital one, yung sinabi ko kanina, nag-umpisa tayo, upon waking up in the morning, take a deep breath.
The forest gives us that breath.
The forest gives us. The ocean gives us 60% of our oxygen.
Clean
Clean.
air.
Clean air. And with clean air, there's clarity, there's balance. You can think well, your cells function well, your energy is up there.
And you can control your
And
emotions.
that's kaya nga pag sinasabi, pag tayo stressed out, huminga ka nga ng malalim.
Oo, para hindi
Pero
ka
pag-
madala ng panic.
Oo, pag hininga mo naman, hindi yung hangin na malinis,
Oo, polluted.
So, syempre, kaya,
Nakakahina rin yun. Actually, there's a lot of people kahit sa jeepneys pa lang, parang naantok na sila.
oh,
Kasi
Dahil,
hindi
ano,
oxygen
lack
yung
of
kanyang
oxygen.
ano eh.
That's why,
Oo.
when you take the time to be able to, kasi ano yun eh, you go back to basics. Self-care mo. Means mentally, physically. Your way of life is such a way that because you find life is such a gift, so you treasure that.
Yes.
So that means you need to do what you need to do to take care and that you become worthy of or deserving of what life was given to you. So to make it so that you reach out for the more meaningful purpose in your existence. So it's important that there are things that we are meant to do. May self-care, then creating safe
Or
spaces.
sometimes they say self-love. No?
Right.
This love is really a powerful
Yeah. Then you
moving
have
force.
siyempre because you have your self-care, then you always obvious ba ang gagawin mo loving others will come in not natural.
Natural.
So
Just like yung ating mga frontliners, no? They have
There's-
this great love for everybody. That's why they're making such great
there's so much.
sacrifices.
Everybody somehow or the other. are
Those
being-
who are in the military,
no,
who
we are driven by
keeping
by
us
this.
safe.
It's the love in our hearts.
Very powerful.
Yan. Yung it makes it so that you make sacrifices
No.
for others.
Like, di ba minsan sinasabi ng tao, bakit mo ginagawa yan? Napakahirap. Then minsan ang sagot nila, hindi ho yan sa, it's not the money that's making them make
Yes.
sacrifices.
Oo.
It's really love, That's
Yes.
their motivating
Oo.
factor.
Yes.
It's like
Yeah.
nobody can pay me enough to do this, pero because I love my child, sige, I will sacrifice.
Actually, yun ang
I will do
motivating
all these
factor
things.
sa radio show natin, hindi ba? Para din sinishare din, hindi lang wisdom, pero rin, from this wisdom springs love and encouragement, hindi ba?
Oo.
So, actually, sabi ni Mila Celeste, very insightful topics. No? So, actually, itong mga ganito, sinabi natin mga food for thought, this is actually our encouragement to go on with a higher purpose in life. And marami naman natutuwa, hindi ba? Pag ganito yung ating pamumuhay at ang ating ginagawa, maraming nakikinabang.
Oh,
hindi ba?
yes. Oo. Tsaka
So,
like our
batiin na natin.
sharing wisdom
Right.
is part of love, no? Instead of sharing gossip, dapat wisdom.
Oh,
Dapat
fake news,
love.
no?
Kasi alam niyo yung gossip. Dangerous yan. Yan ang pinaka-dangerous na gagawin natin. Pagka nagsalita tayo ng hindi tama.
Hindi katotohanan.
O yung mga misinformation, disinformation. Like now, di ba, nagkakagulo-gulo around the world kasi hindi na lahat ng nasasagap natin na news tama. Yung iba, chismis lang.
So
No?
anyway, so again, we're running out of time here. We're done today actually.
Oh,
So,
si
maraming
Erwin
salamat sa
Trevino
inyo
pala,
ulit.
Hindi ko nabate, si Erwin. Okay.
Okay. Okay, see you again next week. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
you all
Thank
take
you.
care.
Stay well.
Stay
Happy
well.
New Year.
Bonghe Pachoy. Yeah, for our friends. Okay.
Pangkalusugan, pangkalikasan, go Palakas!